Good morning, Unity in the Seven Hills. Have we got something special for you this morning? Oh, yes, we do. I think you'll see in a little while what I'm talking about. But we've also got some special music today, so let's stand, sing, gather our forces, our energies together, clap our hands, and dance. Let's have a good time. Because frankly, all you need is love. Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. Who's this? All you need is love. Some beat strange just came in. All you need is love. Love, whoa. Love is all you need. Dance break. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's no way you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love, love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All together now. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. 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 Hey, Kat, she had these ones on. That's where the drums used to be. So we got love is all you need. Love is all you need. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. What is it now? Love is all you need. Love is all you need. I think there's a message in here somewhere. Love is all you need. 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 She loves all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Now a long fading outro. That's what we need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. And we've got 2 more songs. We're not even there yet. We're going to calm things down with a little Silent Night now. Not too calm though. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. know we are one. Shine with the glory as God's only Son. Arise in heavenly joy. Arise in heavenly joy. These are my words. I rewrote the song. Used most of their words, I just put them in a different order and a little different spin. Silent night, holy night, Christ our God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, healing through redeeming grace. Shine thy heavenly love. Shine thy heavenly love. Thank you. Here we go. You guys are going to have to help me out on this one.
Okay.
Anybody out there that knows this? If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, I got a hammer, I got a bell, and I got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. So this morning, we're going to light the unity candle.
Light, maybe.
You can make it hard, but you can't put the fire out.
I know that's right. I say.
Come on now. We've all got the spark. So let's take a little moment in peace and prayer and reflection as we go inward now. Taking the breaths, those joys of life given to us. As we circulate with the trees and the flowers all over this land, this world, uniting with us at this time as we unite with each other. we find the freedom of thought, the power and strength of the mind as it connects to the infinite source of all good things, all God things. And we know we have a message that can be passed throughout this land, throughout this world, and it's a message of peace, of personal power, giving each one a purpose as we weave together in our strength, in our unity. And we reach out to all those waiting, thirsting for this knowingness and for the growth and for the connection. For those here right in this room and for the world beyond, we say thank you and amen.
Ashe, ashe.
And this is also the third day of Advent, so I'm gonna like 1, 2, and love. Oh yeah, you can't stop love. You cannot stop love. You guys, there's a message in here. We all have that love to share, and we can bring it into this world through the light and power of God, the Almighty. So, I'm going to read this. Love is our true nature. Allowing our hearts and minds to open, we feel and express love in every moment. This is from the Advent booklet. Now, if you haven't got one, have you got one, everybody? Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. Now, all right, so we may think of love, especially during the holidays, as that fuzzy feeling we get when we are around those we cherish. And while this is certainly a version of love, there is much more to it. Hearing birdsong on a winter morning reminds us how lovingly interconnected we are with all creation. Caressing a newborn child's skin reminds us of the loving care expressed into every fiber of our being. Get-togethers remind us of love's importance within our chosen circles. Aromas and flavors of the holidays remind us that life is meant to be lovingly savored. Opening ourselves to those truths, we embody our true nature. We see only love as the divine sees. Let's go back and say our statement of faith. So together, there is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent. Over to Revi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So happy to see everybody here, and welcome to you people watching us online. We're so happy to have everybody here. If this is your first time, is there anybody here that's here for the first time? Oh, hello. Did you get a welcome packet?
I did.
You're from Lisa? Of course you did. Okay, that's terrific. So we would like to invite everyone downstairs to come down for fellowship and for some snacks. It will be great to have you. So our purpose statement is, let's say that together. We are creating a spiritual home for our community, a place that empowers and inspires growth, passion, and purpose, individually and collectively, to contribute to our world. A place for the spiritually led to be spiritually fed. And now for community news. So we would like to thank Paula and Daniel for our Advent books. So they purchased those for the church, and we thank you. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. So this month, in the month of December, we are giving some of our tithe, our monthly tithe, to Tools for Schools. And actually, this helps the teachers provide so many important things for their students. See, Lisa's back there nodding her head, so she knows about Tools for Schools. So a moment of collective intention is given to us by the Quest Book Study Group. And so we would like everyone to stop what they're doing at 7 o'clock on Sunday evenings and visualize Unity in the Seven Hills as thriving. So if we do that all together at the same time, it has powerful energy. So please participate in that. So our November financials, here they are. Hopefully you all can see all of that. So there was a net loss this month, a little more than last month. That will be in the newsletter next week. I did not have it for this Thursday, so y'all can look at that more. And we have a Kroger card. So how many of you shop at Kroger? Okay. So if you shop at Kroger, you can connect your card to Unity in the Seven Hills, and we will get a check quarterly from them. And so it doesn't come out of what you actually are purchasing. It's actually extra. It's a gift. It's a donation to the church. But you have to sign up. So you can do it online at Kroger.com, or you can go to the customer service desk at the Kroger store. 50-50 raffle will be next week after church on the 21st. Oh, and the winner is. Okay. So this week in the newsletter, there was something very special. And I hope that many of you read all the way to the bottom of the newsletter, because if you did, there was a place to click and something to sign up for. And actually, the winner of this book is Kat. Come on down, Kat.
Never win anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There you go, sweetie. That's right. Happy for you. Happy for you. Thank you. Well, thank you for participating, and thank you for reading the newsletter. We always appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, what else have we got here? Oh, so for the rest of the month, so today is Roi Boyd. Actually, Joseph is in the house.
All right, I say.
He is in the house already. And next Sunday is also a very special Sunday, and that is Music Sunday. So we're going to have music and
poetry and
oh,
other keywords.
I know. And if you have any grandchildren with you, there will be puppets here.
Oh, you said it.
I did say it.
They're all going to want to come next week.
No, they're not going to want to come next. Did you
But
say?
they will all want to come next week.
Well, I hope so. So yes, we will be having a special guest. Will be joining us next Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you have any grandchildren, or of course it's for adults, but it's not bad for adults, like only adults. It's just in good fun. So next, and then the 28th is Daniel, and he's going to be who? The star and the wise men. All of them. He's representing all of them. And that should be fun also. And then immediately following today's service will be the candle lighting, which we have got it already there. So let's say our mission statement together. Unity in the Seven Hills is a vibrant, inclusive community that inspires individual spiritual growth through education, prayer, heart connection, and sacred service. And now, Mary Sue will read the daily word.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today's word is love. I give and receive love with gratitude and joy. This Advent season, I turn my attention to the myriad ways that love expresses within and all around me. I feel called to share blessings of love with people in all circumstances and receive their blessings of love in kind. I may join in festive celebrations, sharing cheer and fellowship with friends and colleagues. I practice patience and understanding, especially during moments of frustration as I go about my Christmas preparations. I feel compassion for those who struggle during the holidays and reach out to those with support and caring. These are some of the ways I show love to others. When I receive their time, attention, and gifts with gratitude, I am letting them show their love to me. I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another. John 13:34.
Thank you.
So this morning, I have a special message from Joseph. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night in touch and sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. And people writing songs that voices never share. No one dare disturb.
edition of The Sounds of Silence. I've heard a few other ones, but not that one. Wow. Thank you, Daniel. That was beautiful. Okay, so we have another special, exciting thing to happen this morning, and that is our speaker for today. And I'm going to introduce him now. If there ever happens to be an adjective to describe our speaker, L. Roi Boyd III, it would be the word artist. Artist, humanist, spiritualist. Okay. Stagehand doing his work. So, born in Washington, D.C., and raised in... Okay, I can see that's what's happening right now. Okay, so he was born in Manassas, and he was affected by the arts at a very early age. In his teens, he studied music and theater and pursued those disciplines throughout his entire life to the present day. And currently, he is a professor at Virginia State University, where he teaches speech and drama, and he resides in Richmond, Virginia. So, Elroy, your turn.
Can you hear me? You can hear me? Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for the lovely introduction. And I have to make this clear to you right now. I am going to introduce myself to you now. But before I do, I wish to all of you peace. Peace be upon you, beloved children of the living God. My name is Joseph of Nazareth. And as you see, I'm a carpenter by trade, a husband by grace, and a father by divinity. I must inform you now, I must make it clear now, I speak not with the eloquence of prophets, nor with the thunder of kings, but from the workshop of the soul, that sacred place where wood meets hand and where silence meets God. Silence. You know, they called me the silent saint. They call me the silent saint in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They do not record one word, not one word I said, as if I said nothing at all, but of course I did. Now I want to make something clear. I want to make something clear to all of you. I am not Joseph of Arimathea. No, totally different person. I am often confused with him because after the crucifixion, he did the things that normally the father of the victim would do. You know, get the body, find the tomb, get the shroud, etc., etc. And the Gospels of Mark and John record my talking with Pilate, but I had transitioned long before all of those events. So no, I am the father of Yeshua of Nazareth. And in the Christian thought, I say the Christian thought as when those in power took my son's teachings and made them into Christianity. And in that frame of thought, I today, with all of you, I am going to break that silent tradition. I'm going to break that silent tradition with you, and I am going to speak to all of you. And time permitting, I am going to touch on 6 facets. I'm going to touch on 6 facets this morning that I want to share with you on this season that you choose to celebrate the birth of my son. And these 6 things have been wrestling in my mind. They've been wrestling within me. They've been wrestling within me so much that I have an overwhelming desire to share all of these things with you. Because where I I see the strife and the tension boiling and rising up in your world. And we're living now in a cloud of uncertainty. And it can make one wonder, where is the shift? When will the shift come? When will we all come together in love and love one another? And when I say let's work on these 6 things, let's do the following. Let's embrace uncertainty with creative courage. Anchor your hope in God and not in worldly comforts. Speak through your actions and not just your words. Through attentive listening, tend to God's will. Find purpose in your vocations. No matter how small your vocation may seem, as every vocation and avocation, it possesses a purpose and it makes a difference in this world. And finally, design yourself as a silhouette of the great divine. All of these things I would like to touch on. And so today, I am going to share my message with all of you. And my message is called The Silence That Builds Worlds. The silence that builds worlds. Number 1. So, embracing uncertainty with courage. Embracing uncertainty with courage. Again, as I see from the state of consciousness that I am in right now, your world at this time is in great uncertainty. And when the news came to me of my role as a father with my betrothed, Mary, I did not understand. Now, that's another thing about the Gospels. They happen to make it out that this was my first and only child. My only child with Mary, yes, but no, not so. I had 6 children from a previous wife who had preceded me in transition. So no, we had a big family. But Mary, my beloved, she was with child. And my heart did tremble between love and fear and between law and compassion. And in that trembling, I heard the voice of God speak to me. And the voice of God said to me, do not be afraid. My friends, every life is visited by such a moment when the known dissolves and the unknown demands your trust. You will not always have clarity before you. You will not always have clarity. You must choose. You're not always going to have clarity before you choose. But courage is not the absence of uncertainty. Courage is the creative embrace of uncertainty. When Herod issued that decree looking for the male child who will be the king of the Jews, the massacre of the innocents, I was feeling the fear. So I decided that I will convert my fear into movement. I got the family together and we went to Egypt. And there we were, strangers in this strange land. And while in exile, the divine plan was unfolding. Many times in life, all of us must walk a path. And in those times when we're ready, the path may be full of obstacles or people in the way, what have you. But listen, do not wait for the path to clear before you walk it. Just start walking.
Okay.
And clarity will follow your steps. Always remember, the light of God guides your steps. And the blessing of God will bless your journey. Repeat that after me. The light of God will guide your steps.
The light of God will guide your steps.
And the blessing of God will bless your journey.
The blessing of God will bless your journey.
Creative courage is the carpenter's faith. The carpenter's faith to take these rough nails, to take rough timber, and to imagine what it might become under the touch of love. Next tenet, anchor your hope in God, not in material things. Mary and I were in Nazareth. And when it was time for Joshua to come, that coincided with the census. And I am from the house of David, so I had to return to Bethlehem, and Mary accompanied me. And when we arrived in Bethlehem, the doors were closed, and there was no place to lay our heads. And yet, the night sky opened, and the heavens became our roof. And in that simplicity, in the straw, in the starlight, the Word became flesh. My friends, the world still builds its ends of comfort and status, and still there is no room for divine birth in such places. Anchor not your joy in your possessions, but in divine presence.
Ashe, ashe.
Anchor not your hope in what you can hold, but in what holds you.
Ashe.
You know, my son told the story in what you call the Gospels, the Gospel of Luke. My son spoke of the story of the rich young ruler, and he told him to sell all of his possessions and to come follow him. And a little later on, he told his disciples, he said to them, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it into the kingdom of heaven. Now, you all do know that the eye of a needle was a very narrow gate to enter into Jerusalem. That's what we call it. We call it the eye of a needle. And it was called the eye of a needle. It was very, very narrow. It only opened after sundown because the main gate was closed at sundown. So it was very well known that a camel could only get through the eye of the needle if it stooped through and was able to get through the narrow passageway, and you had to strip all of the belongings. That was what my son was talking about. Well, okay, well, just know that the carpenter's hands know this truth. A tool serves its purpose when it is placed in steady hands. You are the tool in the hand of God. Let go.
Let go.
Let loose.
Let loose.
And allow yourself to be shaped by the divine. Number 3, the power of silence in contemplative action. I told you before, they call me the man of silence. Well, I am not silent today.
Ashe.
The scriptures, they record no word from me, not one. But let's look at it like this. Silence was not my absence. It was my presence.
Ashe. Ashe.
In the stillness of my soul, I listened for the whisper of the infinite. In the rhythm of the hammer, in the rhythm of the hammer and the nail, I found the heartbeat of the universe. My silence was a communion. The quiet knowing that all true speech begins in listening. The quiet knowing that all true speech begins in listening. This world around you, this world, it's all crowded with noise. This world today is crowded with opinions, declarations, and distractions, and yet the voice of the holy can only be heard in still waters. You have a saying in your world, still waters run deep. Okay? Because the voice of the holy can only be heard in the still waters of the deep. I would like to remind you of Psalm 46, verse 10. Be still and know
Ashe, Ashe.
that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Speak through your deeds. Let the works I do speak for me. Speak through your deeds, beloved. Let your kindness be your message, your diligence, your devotion, your love. Let your love be your loudest prayer.
Ashe.
Number 4, discover God's will through attentive listening. Now, this one is connected to be still and know that I am God. May I remind you, my son Joshua, and I know you know this, he always said, it is written. It is written. All the time. Before he would go into something, it is written. Well, he was a rabbi, and he was taught by the rabbis, right? And that was what they always said all the time. It is written, And you know the story well. When he was 12 years old, it's time of the Passover. We were over there in the Passover festival in Jerusalem, and then we were with a lot of other people, a lot of other family members and other families, and then we got going. Well, we thought he was with us. We went halfway down the road, found out he wasn't there. We turned around and we went back to Jerusalem, and we were looking for him. 3 whole days we couldn't find him. Now you can imagine the pocket of fear. Parents, the very worst thing that you can imagine, not knowing where your child is. Come to find out on the 3rd day, he's over there in the temple with the scribes pontificating spirituality, philosophy, and Jewish law. And we demanded, where were you? We were looking for you. Where have you been? Come to find, Taylor says to us, why were you looking for me? Don't you know that I was in the temple going about my father's business? I learned from him. I learned from him just as much as he learned from me. He was still, and he knew that he was God. When he said that, I got the message. And the message can also come in a dream. Each time I dreamt, I awoke and I took action. When the angel came to me and said, take the child and go to Egypt, I rose before dawn. When turned to return to Israel, I began the journey without delay. We must understand that divine guidance comes not as thunder, but in tenderness. That still small voice that will not compete with your distractions. The still small voice will wait until you are willing to listen.
Ashe.
So, all of you here, you are now approaching the end of the 25th year of your new millennium. will I invite you to awaken to your own inner annunciation. The moment when Spirit speaks to your heart saying, this is the way, walk in it. Next, the holiness of the hidden and in ordinary life. My life was not lived on stages or in temples, but it was in the dust of daily work. I built tables, I built doors, and through that simple craft, I learned that God, and I use this term loosely, that God hides in the ordinary. People always think you have to go away from the world to revel in the holy. No. Holiness is not found in escape from the world, but you find it in your faithful attention to the world around you. Each board I planed became an altar. Each nail I driven became a prayer. The young man whose body that I inhabited today, there was a time in his life when he suffered through a whole lot of bumps and bruises. I believe he's a professor, he's a teacher, or what have you. And then there was a time when he all he got was these part-time jobs and this disappointment and that disappointment. And then eventually he found himself working in a warehouse as a day laborer. And he was unloading trucks, and he was riding pallet jacks and just doing all of these things. Spent 12, 15 years in school, and this was what he was doing. And he was so frustrated. He was so upset with himself, and he wanted to be this teacher and such. And then he went to his minister one day and confided in his minister, said to her, he said to the lady, he said, if I see one more pallet, I'm going to scream. And she said to him, imagine each pallet as a brick. And as you mortar those pallets and those bricks, you are building your eventual destiny.
Ashe.
Not very long after that, year and a half to 2 years later, he becomes a full-time professor. And he's been full-time professor at the school for the past 8 years or so. Okay? So, the holiness is hidden in ordinary life. It is in all of the service you do in your job, in your home life, volunteering. Find sanctity in the service. Find sanctity in your calling. You know, the carpenter's shop is just as sacred as any cathedral when love is the foundation. And finally, number 6, be a silhouette of the divine. When I held Yahshua as a child, I knew he was not mine to possess. My fatherhood was not ownership, it was stewardship. I was to be the silhouette of the divine love power, present, protective, yet always reaching beyond myself. All of you, all of us who nurture, protect, guide others. You are participating in the divine pattern of motherhood and fatherhood. You are not the source of love, but you are the channel of it. And that was how it was with me, with Yahshua. I was the channel of true love. And the truest love always liberates the one it serves. So, you celebrate your holiday at this time of year. Okay. I tend to view it as a celebration of the Christ consciousness. And it means something to me. It means a lot to me as I watch right in front of me for 20 odd years this young man to become who he became. And so for this celebration and beyond, I wish to you that you may learn to love as God loves, selflessly, silently, and steadfastly. So, as I wrap this up, let us close our eyes and let us rest. Let us rest then in the quiet heart of God. Let the noise of the world fall away like sawdust in the sunbeam. Listen not with your ears, but with your soul. There is a voice that speaks in dreams, in silence, in the simple labor of love. And this voice says, do not be afraid. It says, I am with you. It says, build, and I will dwell among you. Amin. Tetelestai.
As you sit where you are, being who you are, bringing yourself as you are, I would invite you to raise your right hand. Up, 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 up. Wave it. Turn around and look in the sanctuary. Wave your hand. With the silence of your hand wave, you are sending energy. Take a breath. Bring your hand down. Put it on your heart. Breathe. Take your left hand. I can't do this, but y'all can. Take your left hand. Hold it and cross it in front of your heart. Take it up a little bit higher and hug yourself. Love yourself as you are, where you are, for who you are. You are sitting in your own sacred place, in your own seat. Breathe, close your eyes, and listen. Silence is the place where your healing begins. Silence is the place where the world was created. Silence is the pause between your breath that connects you with God. Breathe and sit in the sacred connectedness, in a sacred, silent space. Breathe. Hug yourself a little tighter. Hold yourself. Breathe. Let it be what it is, because you are who you are. Repeat silently in your mind. I am the isness of God. I am the allness of God. I am the oneness with the God that resides within. Take a breath in. And as you honor your sacred space, think back over the message of all those 6 points that were made. and let one come into your space in your mind. Decide which one that you're going to go away from this place, that you're going to humbly sit and ask in the silence, in the sweetness of the sacredness of the silence. Breathe, ponder it, gather it, hold it in that sacred space as you sit in the stillness, in the sweetness, in the wholeness of your divine connection, as you contemplate in the silence that point that you are going to implement once you get up out of the seat and leave this place. You're going to take action. Now sit for a few moments in the stillness, in the sweetness, in the sacredness of silence, and listen. Breathe, be, and let it be. Breathe, be, and let it be. Breathe, be, and let it be. We breathe the breath of God. Love above and love below. Love above and love below. Love above and love below. We breathe the breath of God. Take a breath in. Open your eyes and remember, in the silence, in the stillness, and in the sacredness, you breathe the breath of God. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys really always bring it. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's sing our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Sing that with me. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And in that sacred knowingness, let's stand and sing together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. and the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Take a seat. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to affirm our abundance. This is the time that we take up our wonderful abundance collection. So we're going to say our affirmation together. Unity in the Seven Hills is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us, and we accomplish mighty works together. So giving from the heart allows us to cover our needs, for us to thrive and to grow together. So if you're joining online, you can give at unityinthesevenhills.org. So whether you're here in person or online, know that your generosity is deeply, deeply appreciated, honored, and blessed. And we want to thank you for supporting our mission and helping us grow in love and connection. So now we're going to do a sharing of our abundance. And so the offering bag will be brought down by Lisa, and she will pass it among you. And you may place your generous donation into the bag, or if not, if you've given at another time, please just bless the offering bag. We appreciate that. So let's sing along with Daniel.
We are shining as the light, as the light, as the light. We are shining as the light of God. We are shining as the light, as the light, as the light. We are shining as the light of God. Here we go. We are shining as the light, as the light, as the light. We are shining as the light of God. So let's bless these gifts together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. So we're actually going to have our candle lighting right after the service. So if you'd like to join us for that, feel free to share your blessings. And we will also have prayers with Donna at the back if you need special prayers at this time. So let's close the service together. Don't forget we have the candle lighting, and let's sing together the peace song. I was recording your message, so I've got to find it now. It was such a great message. Blessings. So let's sing together. Peace song. What's your candles? Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, this is the moment now. Right Thank you, everybody.